All right, what is up, everybody? Welcome back to the show. My name is Gingy Beardy Guy. Thank you for being here on this lovely Sunday afternoon. I see we already have some chatters. Emily HNT submitted into the queue but did not share a link. Emily, thank you so much for the follow. I appreciate it. I would assume you have a project. If you got one, feel free to share the link. And then I will happily play it for you and provide feedback if that's what you're looking for. If not, I guess we'll figure out something to do. I'm sure I'll take a moment to just grab the links, so feel free to take care of that. As we're waiting for more people to come in and join us, I suppose we can go through some random selections. Last time I tried this, it recommended a... not recommended, it selected a banned project for the jams. So I'll be sure to check the submission page. Oh, you replied in the post? Yeah. Yeah, I prefer to have people share it on the stream. And then anybody who plays the VOD back can still access it. Alrighty. Cardinal Insanity. You eat the biscuit to complete the levels, but you lose your sanity. This is the risk. Okay. Everything made from scratch with 4 people. Excellent. I love the artwork. Your artist is fantastic. Alice has once again stumbled into Wonderland. Only this time the Red Queen is out for revenge. The White Queen gifts Alice a strange power, enchanted biscuits, brimming with magic and madness. Each one grants strength enough to fight, but at the cost of her mind. Now Alice must escape the Queen's grasp, balancing her sanity, survival, and strength. She will find the way home, or lose herself to an endless tea party. Oh, will she find her way home? Gameplay. Play biscuits as cards to strike back at Wonderland's twisted foes. Every card has a price. The stronger the bite, the more sanity you lose. Keep your wits about you. If sanity hits 0, Alice goes mad. Defeat the Red Queen and maybe, just maybe, make it home in time for tea. The cat can help you. Okay. Well, let's have a look. I do appreciate that it runs in browser. I'll have to turn the music off. Goodbye. Do we have a way to full screen? Check who made this. There's a story to read. Oh, thank you so much for reading it out to me. How about while they do that, we're gonna get this into a full screen. We're getting there. Here's the container.
My dear Alice, he panted, clutching his pocket watch, though no time showed upon his face. Wonderland is unraveling.
Just mute that till this is finished.
Come at once. Help us, and I promise you'll be back in time for tea. Before she could answer, the glass stretched open like a mouth. The rabbit vanished through, glancing over his shoulder with a pleading despite the whisper of dread in her heart, Alice followed. Hardly had Alice straightened her frock when a thunderous cry rang out. There she is! After her! A host of soldiers in crimson livery came charging through the hedgerows, their helmets bristling and their spears clattering. At their head strode the Red Queen herself, taller and sterner than Alice remembered, her eyes flashing like hot coals. Run, child, run! Cried the White Rabbit, ears flat against his head, as he darted ahead of her. His pocket watch swung wildly, its hands spinning without sense or reason. Alice, not at all inclined to argue with her friend just then, gathered her skirts and fled. She darted over brooks and under branches, her heart pounding as the Red Queen's army thundered.
I gotta say the read along is done really well. I'm enjoying this a lot.
Alice spies a pale light ahead. The rabbit gave a final urging gesture, then vanished into the glow. Summoning her courage, Alice stumbled forward into the quiet refuge of the White Queen's abode. After a most perilous flight, Alice at last
More pages to come.
comfort of the White Queen's
I appreciate the effort, but man.
fire flickered in the grate, while the delicious perfume of baking biscuits drifted to the chamber.
Is this all the setup to what we're actually gonna play?
My dearest child,
Said the White Queen, adjusting her crown with an absent-minded air.
you are quite rumpled and altogether out of sorts. Pray, what misadventure has befallen you?
Alice gave a weary sigh. Your Majesty, you may think me quite mad, but I stepped through a mirror in my own parlor, and here I am. I have been pursued most dreadfully by the Red Queen's soldiers, crashing through bramble and briar, and I would very much like to be home again in time for tea. The White Queen clapped her hands together as though Alice had spoken the most agreeable.
One more page after this one.
Dear Alice, you have no cause for fretting, for I possess precisely the thing to restore you and to thwart the Red Queens besides. The power of biscuits.
Biscuits, Alice repeated, with an astonished blink.
Yes, biscuits.
Cried the Queen, whisking a tray from the oven with such triumph that the very biscuits seemed to shine.
But not ordinary biscuits, my sweet one. These are enchanted. Each morsel bears a curious power, enough to confound your foes or strengthen your resolve. Yet beware, every bite nibbles away at your good sense, for these are not morsel biscuits.
Alice gazed at the tray, then gave a small shrug of her shoulders. Well, it can hardly be worse than it already is, she murmured. And with that, she gathered the biscuits into her satchel, made a polite curtsy, and set off once more into Wonderland.
Oh, and then it just drops me into the game. Okay, well. We're not going to play here. We're going to play here. Because I can get it to full screen. Let me just stop that from playing. I want to full screen it. Boom. Alrighty, we read the story. We shall play the game. Here you are, my dear. Yum, yum, yum. Am I feeding it to the enemy? Is that what is happening here? Jammy Dodger. 4 defense. That would benefit him, right? Is this giving him 4 damage or dealing 4 damage? Full screen is bugged. You should be able to enable a full screen button through the itch settings page. Oh, Crimsoniac, hello. Thank you so much for jumping in. That was you talking? You did an excellent job. It was a real treat. Okay, I guess I should just make a move. I'm overthinking this. I'm gonna go, I guess, damage. Oh, she's eating it? Why don't the cards show up underneath her? Okay. I suppose I can have like a full stock of cookies that spans across the bottom of the screen. Is that why they start here? That's just kind of where the pool begins. Okay, I'm out. So what do I do? Oh. I didn't even... I mean, it makes sense, but, okay, it's here, but why is she also holding it? Cheshire Cat has... Oh. I know you were trying to be subtle about it with just, like, putting the exclamation point, but I think having... Because he talks, right? You should have... Crimsoniac, you should have just done, like, a whole, like, series of voice lines for the cat, just being like, hey, I could give you tips. I guess... Can I draw anymore? No, that's the only one. Okay, now I can't seem to do anything. Do I click next? I feel like next should mean end turn. Like, I know it's a bit wordy, but you kind of need, like, direct and concise on that, I think. I see it's an arrow, but I've used it to, like, flip pages and stuff for the reading. I don't know if it translates the same in gameplay, though. But I get it. We're in a storybook. Okay. I have no need to heal, so we'll just deal this and kill him. I would assume that these are new crack cookies that I can... Well, one of them I can pick, right? Between the two. Which one should I do? 7 defense with a heal. Your enemy does 25% less damage. I mean, it's a far less sanity cost. So perhaps we'll do that. Oh, I didn't even notice this number. I thought... Okay. So I do have a health bar. For some reason, I thought the upper bar was sanity. I totally read the shield here. I was just being stupid. I didn't look far enough to the side, I guess. Fall damage. So my sanity is... It's finite, right? Like, I can't recover. There's always a cost to it. That one's a good one. Let's take bourbon. Eat some more. I see. He just debuffed me. More of that. Let's just end it. What? Oh, because I have the debuff. That would make sense. Oh. The same one. This creature seems like kind of a big deal. Is this a boss fight? It's kind of hard to tell. It's the same music that's just played throughout. It is a mini boss fight. Okay. Yeah, you can receive more. That's right. Oh, am I supposed to be doing that? Have I just... Oh, wow. They just push... Why do you leave so much space over here? I didn't know I could... Okay, I kind of knew I could draw from the basket, but... The game doesn't, like, stop me before I can't. So I feel like I'm playing myself at a disadvantage. Take it. Go for some defense. Oh, that's a full screen bug? Interesting. Defense sounds pretty nice. Let's do that. I draw again? I guess I can't. I see. So they're supposed to be closer to the basket. What is this guy all about? We could do less damage. Oh, hold on. I just realized my sanity is like super low. I think I'm whittling away my chances of success right now. One sanity cost. That's about as good as I can do. Hopefully there's a rest after this. I might be able to do it. I may just do it. Kind of wish I had another one. Oh, that was a bad hit. How dare you, sir? Yeah, I think that would be useful. Oh, I don't get to... Damn it. I was really hoping I had a rest stop. Farther than you? That doesn't seem right. This thing's gonna kill me. Okay. 4 more moves. I could do it in 4 moves. If I had an attack, though. There we go. As long as he doesn't, like, hit me with some kind of crit or something like that. That'll take too much. That was my draw. Oh. Oh no. I can't. I can't, wait, what just happened? Did I click the button? I think I did. No? What's happening? That was an interesting bug.
Alice's steps grew heavy.
Oh, we get more. Excellent.
The whispering in voices she could no longer understand. Her vision swam.
So that was really strange. It was... Yeah, but is there any way I can discard the cookies? Because I understand we're dealing with a bug, but you're giving me a max limit and I don't have a chance to discard. I always have to consume it. I guess that's fine. It's a fine limitation when the UI doesn't bug out. I think it was still taking my input through the card though, because it was weird. It was like he could still do his next move, but my character was still like stuck in this state where I couldn't do anything unless I just had to feed a cookie. I didn't do that step, so maybe I just tripped over myself with it. It got very confusing for me. I don't know why. Okay, well, if the UI is going to be working against me, how about we go back to your itch page? I'll just zoom in on it. We can do that. I can actually full screen here. And then keep zooming like that. That kind of works. Oh shit. Did I mute this? I did. All right, now that I have a better understanding of it, I'm sure we'll have a much more pleasant run. Does all of my health get recovered when I rest? I'd assume so, right? Like you get a bit of sanity, but you're resting completely, right? Take bourbon. That seems like a nice, strong, heavy one. Oh, it still kind of hovers over the button. I don't think it's just a full screen bug, you guys. Take it. I'd assume having duplicate cookies appear is also a bug. Yeah, I mean, that's all I got for attack, so we'll do that. Haha. I guess I could have used that and did a little extra. I'll save that for next time. Can I draw another? No. Let's do this. I'm gonna do that. Okay, this looks like a good one, but the sanity cost is 7, which is almost a third of what I have left. I don't think I want to do that. For less than this card, I could do 9 attack and give myself 5 shield. So I think I'm going to do that. Did I not get a shield? Did I read that card wrong? Ooh. That was a bad hit, dude. That would take care of him. Oh no, the button's covered again. Is it worth it? Kind of wondering about, like, your card selection here, because I'm pretty sure I've only unlocked the type of card. Judging from the fact that I now have duplicates of the same card. I kind of thought that would just be like one new addition to the deck that I could then use. So I'm curious, does it just kind of generate a card that I can play with, or is there an actual set deck of moves? Like, are you limiting that, or is it just coming out whatever it feels like? I'm gonna go for this just because I want it to move on. 4 damage, please. Okay. I can't remember how long the rest stop was from... because I rested just before that. And I see now that I have 15. One piece of information I would love to get is how many stages I am... Stage is the word? I'm going to say battles. How many battles I am away from the next rest stop. I would love to see that. I think that would be very valuable to know, and it would give me the chance to choose whether or not I want to make more reckless decisions. We'll just keep it going with the one cost. I should probably defense. I mean, I need to defense. Go. Oh, I keep forgetting I can draw a card. I feel like you guys should wait for that step. Because as a player, I'm getting frustrated that I keep forgetting to draw. And it's like I could have used that card. Shame on me for not considering it in the first place, but I don't know if people would know that's there unless they trying to think, do you guys have much for instruction or tutorial? Enemy does 5 attack and 5 shield. Why not? I guess I'm on the page. I could just scroll down. And I guess the cat here. I could pretty much eliminate him. Okay, if I combine this 3 to 6, that's gonna be a lot. That's gonna eat a lot of my shit. Do I want that? I don't think I do. Let's do this. This will for sure kill him. I'm just gonna go for it. Yeah, I'll take the defense. Why not? What can I do with the... Can I play around a little bit? It'd be kind of funny if you guys did nothing to clean that up. At least I'd be amused. This guy. I don't know if the amount of sanity I'm recovering is enough. If I'm being perfectly honest with you. Like, I feel like the balance you're trying to strike is, you know, sort of, you want like tight restrictions on it so that you can't just carelessly throw cards out there. I feel like I'm being conservative with my hands, and to only get like so many battles further than the mini boss just seems like it's not scaling as well as I think it could. I swallow this, and I only get 2 more moves. I guess that would be enough if I had 2 attacks. There is something after this too, right? Or was this the character I died on? I think it was the one I died on. So do I take the chance? Oh, hold on. Damage 3. I see why you want to make the cat like an optional piece of information, but I think just for the sake of just the discussion, there is a thing about the Cheshire Cat that sort of breaks the fourth wall, and I think with it, or I think you guys should have been taking that into consideration with this element here. Like, sure, I can hover over him, and that's cute, but if he was saying things to me, I don't even need the voice work, like just some like speech bubble, because you're already giving me the hint here. Like, I would rather see this pop up unprompted without me needing to manually set anything. Because I think that's information that players would love to know. If he's just gonna do it, like I would just do it. You know? Anyways, let's do... Okay. This is gonna be risky. I'm gonna do the 5 attack. And then I just have to hope that I'll get 2 attack cards. Look at that. Excuse me. Oh no, what? Okay.
Long among the twisting woods, Alice stumbled onward. Brambles tore at her dress, thorns darked her hair, and every turn led only deeper into the maze of whispering trees. The moonlight fractured between the branches. Silver paths leading everywhere and nowhere. At last, she burst into a clearing where the smell of tea and sugar cakes lingered in the air. There sat the Mad Hatter, grinning wide, his teacup poised in mid-toast, as if he had been waiting all along. "Oh, my dear," he said, peering at her with eyes alight with mischief and madness. "You've come quite undone, haven't you? Why, you're even madder than I." And with a laugh that rang like broken china, the Hatter set his battered crown upon Alice's head. From that night on, the tea party never ended. Alice poured, and Alice laughed, and Alice sang nonsense songs, host to an eternal banquet under an endless sky. Guests came and went, but the table was always full, always waiting, always mad. In Wonderland, a new Hatter has been crowned.
Okay. I mean, I don't really have a lot to say about this game as a whole. The artwork is great. You guys got a whole like complete experience. I'm assuming there is a true end to this though. Like, I can get to the queen and fight her, right? How many battles does it take to reach that? I want to know how feasible it is. We don't have a lot of activity, so like I'm totally cool with just maybe taking it a bit further, but I'm just curious if you guys have an end state. No, not an end state, a win state. Excuse me. If you guys are still here with me, that is. Um, yeah, I have a few questions about the UI. I know the cookies are bugged, and that's perfectly fine. You know, these things happen. It's a jam project after all. I do think it was a missed opportunity not to, like, give the voice to the Cheshire Cat. I think having him talk to me in battle would be kind of cool. It would give a nice character to the whole experience. Really, that's just more of a minor nitpick. I do have to say that the drawing portion of the gameplay is not clear. I don't think players will necessarily think that the basket is a draw. You might need to put something on screen to point it out. I'm not quite sure, but it was confusing to see Alice drawn with the basket, like holding the basket, and then having another one just like on the ground that I actually have to click and interact with. I think you guys should be... You should only have one basket on screen. 3 normal, mini boss, 4 chess pieces, queen. I see. So I got through the bishop and then the knight, and then there's still 2 more after that. Oh, how do you even manage your sanity well? That's another thing. Not sure if the scaling is great. I would love to see someone who has actually beaten it. It just seems to me like limiting me so much on that sanity resource kind of forces me to be less risky, you know? Like, it's still risky. Everything I'm doing is a risk. It almost feels like I'm tiptoeing through the forest instead of actually, like, you know, charging my way through. I think just, like, increasing that value a little bit to give some, like, cushion would be kind of nice. Or if there was another way to recover it. Like, I would love some cookies that could actually do that. And maybe that's something I can unlock. I just never saw it. But if there was a way to sort of restore my sanity... We don't have music. I just realized we don't have music. I used the 4 damage card strategy. We didn't do an excellent job with balancing. Unfortunately, we are aware of it. Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, it is just like commit to the 4 damage and the 4 defense cards that are worth 1 sanity to try and draw it out. If that's the scale you're using, if the only way to get to the end is really just like committing to playing those specific cards, it kind of... I think it kind of like kills the whole intent behind the experience. Like, you want me to experiment with other cards. You want me to try and take greater risks, and there's just not a lot of leeway for that. I don't really have the wiggle room to play with a concept, because it seems like once I make a couple wrong moves, it sends me down this path where I can't really recover from. And, like, I'm willing to go through it, but I know a lot of players, especially, like, younger kids today, a lot of people just quit out of something when they know they're just gonna lose. So, I don't know if you want to be, like, forcing people to hit the restart every time, but... you know, that's just a few notes that I have with it. I think your whole aesthetic is cool. The artist is incredibly talented. And of course, the voice acting, Crimsoniac, I would say, you know, well done on the performance. I was very entertaining. I always wish there was more, and then I was coming to discover there were sections that gave more, which is good. And maybe it's just more of a time constraint thing, but yeah, if that voice was given to the Cheshire Cat, then that sort of like unifies a lot of it, almost like he's the narrator to the story, which I think would have been kind of interesting to sort of tie it all up. But otherwise, I mean, it's a great product. I encourage everybody to go check it out for sure. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Let me just figure out what I'm gonna do. I might still play this. I'm gonna share the submission page though. Everybody go rate them. Give them some comments, some feedback. It's great that people respond to the posts. And maybe I should just write it in my post, but like, yeah, I would like you people to be present for the games I play. Let me just check the queue here for a second. If there's anyone lurking and you were thinking of maybe getting me to play your game, just type !submit along with the link to your page and I will check it out. Otherwise, we will continue on Cardinal Insanity. I keep just wanting to click those things. All right, let's do the one sanity card strategy. And I'll pick low defense cards, low sanity cost defense cards. And we'll see how far we can take it. I guess another thing I could say, just sort of about your UI and just sort of the user experience, I think you guys need to make it clear when it's moving on to the next turn. That's why I think this should say end turn, just because it's clear cut and there's no room for fat. People understand what that means. Also, when it's the end of battle and I'm ready to move on, you have another element that pops up that says next as well. So I think you're repeating it a few too many times. Like, I'm fine with that saying next, but this button here where I'm ending my turn to pass it on to the opponent, I think it should just be right to the point. I just realized I'm really shitting the bed here. I'm getting distracted with all of my talking. Even the card that makes you take more damage is useful. I mean, I'd have to see the right situation to really know for sure, but with how limiting you are with the sanity, I wouldn't even test that. I wouldn't even try. We're gonna have to add this. I've eaten up a lot of my sanity. A lot of my sanity. Wait, where did my defense go? Is the 10 defense, like, bugged or something? Wait, what happened? It still dealt me the card. That's funny.
Alice's steps grew heavy.
We get it. Let's try that again. I'm gonna try not to be so reckless. I didn't think I was being reckless anyways, but I'll try to be even less reckless. So I see it starts with like 30. I think you guys should make that... You should try 40 and see how that feels. and then go up from there. I think start at an extra 10, and then go up every 5, and then I would gauge it on how that feels. I think, like, I understand you want it to kind of feel like it's high pressure, but the game really tries to relax you. It's got the music, it's got the vibe going for it. The art is also very very relaxing to look at. So I mean, the fact that it kind of gets this tricky is in my mind robbing me of other portions of the game that I would love to experience, and I'm just not good enough to get to that point. Let's go with the 5. Shortbread. Let's do shortbread. Defense. Okay, that one applied. I don't know if I need to waste it. I use my shortbread card. Rest. Beautiful. Okay. Alright, so this guy, we gotta weaken him. Fuck yeah. Okay, we're gonna do 5 attack, 5 shield. It didn't give me shield. I have to up the defense for sure. Wonder how long the debuff is supposed to last. How many turns has it been? I feel like I played that like 2 turns ago. Absolutely. Wait, that card's bugged, isn't it? Okay, so I didn't quite see what I recovered. Was it... I recovered some sanity between the fight, right? Was I really that low? It couldn't have just been 1 sanity point. I feel like you would have bumped me 5? Maybe? 18 is not a lot, though. So let me think. You have 3 normal fights and then the mini boss. We have a rest just before the mini boss. And now I'm going through the 4 chess pieces. Is there a rest after the second piece? Or do I have to try and maintain 18 sanity points and get through 4 individual battles? That seems nearly impossible. So I have to get through 4 fights. I'm not going to survive. I already know that I'm not going to win. But we're going to test it. We're going to see if there's any way to pull myself out of this pit. I'm not spending the 5. That is not happening. Defense. Okay, we're doing pretty good so far, actually. Oh, shit. If I drew that, if I knew if I remembered to draw that, I would have had the cookie to kill it. No. I keep wanting it because it's 10 defense, but I don't think it actually applies. It's bugged. Alright, motherfucker. Alright, we're gonna save our sanity. This one doesn't apply shield. I gotta remember that. To try and remember. I could just spend this to get out of the way. I could, but I can't. I also have no way to advance the battle, so I guess I gotta eat this. Okay. Gonna do that, because at least it still attacks. Thank God there's a rest zone. Okay. If I knew it was coming... Okay, we have a full sanity. I can't... Actually, I'm shocked that I got through that as easily as I did. Okay, so the one cost attack and defense cards are absolutely the strategy to take. Now you just gotta, like, give me a fighting chance to use other cards, because now you're just bloating my deck with cards I don't want to use. Okay, I'm gonna apply the defense. I have full sanity for this, so I guess we'll do the 5 attack as well. It's not giving me shield. A lot of these defensive cards don't seem to be functional. I so badly want to use this, but it's not going to work. I have two 10 defense cards, and they're not going to work. So I guess I'll heal. I feel like all it takes is one good shot, though. I don't think I've ever seen the Red Queen as tall as this. Kind of thought that was part of that character, was how short she would be. I guess the one in the Disney Alice in Wonderland is pretty large. I stand corrected. Oh, shit. Oh, I think I can do it. There's nothing she can do about it.
At last, after so much burial and sorrow, Alice stumbled upon a looking glass shining faintly between two twisted oaks. Her heart leapt. Home! She pressed her palms to the glass and it yielded, dribbling like water, until she tumbled through and landed once more in her familiar room. The air was calm, the familiar tick of the clock steady and kind. No shadows stretched too far, no whispers followed her steps. Only the gentle rustle of curtains and smell of hearth and home. Mother, father, she called, her voice trembling. And there they were, just as they had always been, waiting with smiles and open arms. Alice rushed into their embrace, and laughter, real laughter, filled the room once more. Soon she was seated at the table, sipping warm tea, the taste of biscuits crumbling sweetly on her tongue. The world outside the window seemed bright and steady, as if no nightmare could ever touch it. Yet, as she leaned back with a sigh of relief, something slipped from the folds of her dress. A playing card, torn and weathered, fluttered to the floor. It was the Queen of Hearts, split in two. Alice stared for a moment, then tucked it quietly away. Some doors, she thought, are better left closed.
Okay. All right. Well, I think I've seen about absolutely everything with this game. Um, great job, you guys. I enjoyed this a lot, actually. Despite all flaws, congratulations. Yeah, I mean, despite the flaws, it's good to know that you could still get to the end because I think that's important. If you guys had more of those types of like blockers going on, I would probably have a little more to say about that. Um, but I mean, just by like our exchanges, it seems like you guys are fully aware of what needs to happen. I'm sure a lot of people have given you feedback on that sort of thing. So I'm not gonna repeat anything I've already said. About your ending though, nice reward to get just a little more voice work. Uh, you know, I got the complete story, which was great. It was a pretty good ending. Very much like the mini boss, I feel like you guys are kind of missing a little more flavor that you could throw in there. Like, give a little more emphasis to the mini boss for one. I think it should have its own soundtrack. I think there should be a different. Maybe you have a few different songs that play throughout, so the progression kind of feels a little more rewarding. Um, for the ending, I think some kind of victory fanfare to just sort of emphasize that you have, triumphantly defeated the queen. It falls kind of moot because she just kind of disappears. And I know, and I understand there was probably time constraints or something that was in there, but excuse me. Really, that's all I really have to say about it is that you're just kind of missing a few elements. But like all in all, I think it's a great submission. I love the Alice in Wonderland spin on the theme. I think that was great. Um, a lot of people are just doing here's a cookie. You actually found some kind of source material that is kind of circled around the concept of cookies. And I'll be honest, my head wasn't even in that realm. Like, we were talking about like what kind of games we would make with the theme in like an earlier stream, and Alice in Wonderland never came to mind. So I think kudos to you guys on that for being creative. So anyways, that is Cardinal Insanity. Let me see here. What are we at? We're just over an hour on the stream. I'm gonna stretch my legs, fill up my coffee, probably just take a few minutes to like tend to my pets and stuff. So we'll break for a few and then come on back. Maybe somebody will find their way in and add to the queue. If not, I guess I'll go through some random choices or something like that. Emily says, I'll say it again, heartfelt thanks for all the advice and thank you for playing. Now I have to say goodnight because it's very late here and I have to work tomorrow. Well, completely understand. That be what it's like. All the best to you for your up and coming shift on Monday. For the rest of you, though, I will see you in a few minutes. So I will be right back. All right, we have returned. Well, I have. No idea who's still here. Hope you guys are sticking around. We're having a good time today. It's a nice, easy Sunday stream. Oh, I keep forgetting to press this.
Welcome back.
There we go. All right, let me check the queue. I don't think we've had any new additions. Fortunately not. Which is totally fine. We will just jump in and play some randos. I wonder how the random works. It always seems to dish out some pretty bland pages. I wonder if these ones are like... I wonder if they're like, you know, in need of players or something. What is this view? I get everything up here, and then I still have a view here. All right, biscuit dice. You risk your biscuit score when rolling the dice. And besides fire and water dice, there is a biscuit variant. Okay. One-person project. Download option, but it does run in browser. Best on desktop. Okay. These are the sources you used. No copyright Pink Floyd type beat. How do we know this for sure? That the copyright is good. However, you must credit the author for each track. Okay. All right. We've done a few patches already, which is cool. We'll download it. I'm not... No. Does Brackeys... Does that violate any rules on Brackeys terms? I've never participated in the Brackeys one. I've done GMTK and Ludum Dare, and I'm pretty sure both enforce not charging. I suppose some people still have, like, offer a price kind of thing, but I don't know, it feels dirty asking that. Oh shit, I still have the regular view up. Let's change that. There we go. Or do you guys prefer the TV? It's a little hard to watch this way. Not crazy about how crunched up the chat is. Let me just make a quick change there. I'm gonna make it a little wider. Hopefully that helps. Okay, I think the download is done. Where'd the folder go? Take me there. Huh? Removed? Why? That's not cool. Guess we're playing it in browser then. Excuse me. This must be the Pink Floyd type song. I don't understand. Why do you have all these options? They all function the same. Guess we'll do that. Tutorial. Oh, so many words. Get ready to roll some dice and risk it all. Okay, I mean, all of the... Oh, hold on. This is the TLDR. If you roll a 1, you lose everything you have accumulated in this run. If you roll the maximum value, you get an ability. If you cash out, you reset the multiplier. Once the dice have come to a stop, you can click any of them, re-roll. There are only 3... This current trend of just gambling, or forms of gambling, to me is a little ridiculous. Oh shit. Can I move the camera around? I can't even like get control of my camera and look at the die. What can I do if I don't accept the result? Is there any way? I guess we'll accept it. Okay, so I rolled just A1 and that ruined it for me. Burn the current dice result and gain diminishing parts of it for the next round. Why would I do that? Sorry, what does the biscuit do? Will remove all rerolls? Which are my rerolls? That burn value. So it's any kind of one that'll like break the streak? Is that what it is? Okay. I get it. Normally I would dedicate more time, but I get it. There's nothing more to this experience that I need to see. You're just rolling dice. Which I guess to the right person could be quite rewarding. I, for one, am not a person who necessarily cares about gambling. There can be games with gambling elements. I don't necessarily have an issue with gambling in general. I'm not trying to be that way. But it's incredibly disappointing when that's all a game is. Like, I know this is a solo project, so I'm not really here to critique too much of like how it's built or anything like that. Although I do have some notes otherwise, but just the concept to me is overdone and really just uninteresting. It's almost too literal in the sense of just risking it. Like, oh, I'm just gonna have you roll dice and that's it. We'll just have you gamble for numbers to go up, and I don't know if the reward is really there. You don't really do much to facilitate that reward, the rewarding experience that I'm kind of looking for. There's other games that do this sort of thing, and I think that thing that is done better with other games of this genre is they understand that you need to really add a certain layer of flourish to everything, like have the numbers pop on screen, certain sound effects maybe are playing, or just visual effects at the same time. There's a bit of a fanfare around raising that score or earning that score, and even down to like how you roll the dice, because anybody could just spawn in some geo and then have it tumble in a pot, you know. I think what really helps others stand out is where you can really add some pizzazz to all of it, like the sauce. You need to really dress it up so that it feels satisfying when it does that, right? And that comes with like impact effects and sound effects and visual elements that sort of all synergistically work together. Despite the lack thereof, I mean, it functions as it's intended. They said it works better as a downloadable, probably because it just lags for a bit. It didn't seem too bad for me, though, in the browser, if I'm being perfectly honest with you. What else could I say? Nothing else, really. Yeah, I mean, it's a full package, and it's a little rough around the edges, but, I mean, it functions, it plays. I would say that the UI is a bit busy. You have a lot of stuff. I don't know if this is intended to be a mobile game. Like, if you're playing it on a phone, I suppose this kind of interface works. But, like, even just talking about the environment for a second, like, I don't know. You could have attached anything to this. You could have put a texture of grass, and I don't think I would have had as much of an issue as I am now seeing the default gray material that's on, you know, any basic shape that you instantiate into your project. Yeah. Yeah, that's all I really have to say about that. I don't know what else to add, really. Still, congratulations on the submission. Oh, wow. Is it like that because I started it up full screen? Nope. It just doesn't scale correctly. I've definitely been there. We work on Godot projects a lot, and there's actually some very simple settings you can enable to fix this. So I encourage you to check them out. All right, let's move on. Did I, like... Hold on, did I close the... Oh, no. This is it here. Alright, next project. Actually, you know what? Let's go back for a minute. Did it work? No. Biscuit dice. I want to make sure I'm sharing links for all of these. There you go, that's going out. Play it for yourself, you know, give it a rating. Always good to support the stuff. The developer has not uploaded a game yet. Why the hell is this in here? Yeah, I'm not touching that. Story follows a hungry rat living in a restaurant filled with traps and enemies deep in the storage room. Let's go to the submission page. Is that Remy? It's like a bootleg model of the mouse character from Ratatouille. The rat character from Ratatouille. Okay, not interested. Rack attack. You guys have nothing here on your landing page. How is it that you don't add anything? You risk your life to get through the enemies while managing your equipment to have maxed out defense and attack. In the end, you need to kill the head chef to get your biscuit. Music and sound effects was from Epidemic Sounds. Is that like a website? Oh. World's best brands use our sounds, you can too. Huh. have to look at this website. Interesting. Okay, we'll see how well the music plays, but 4 people made this project. You need me to download. See if Windows will accept this one. Good. Seems like we're good. This was made in Unreal Engine. Guys. Probably gonna grab my main monitor too. Let's see if I can, oh. You want access to the internet? No. Absolutely not. Oh, excuse me. Okay. Remove it. If I full screen it. Okay, perfect. At least that's working. Oh, it does steal my mouse though. That is frustrating. And it mutes when it's unfocused. That's also minorly annoying. What happened to the music? You didn't put that music on loop? Aw. What do I have to do? Oh, I've collected a thing. Where do I put it? Oh. Is this equipped to him now? You got some overlap here. Some textures fighting with each other. I mean, it's an interesting art style. I'll give it that. For sure. I think your layering's a little off, though. There's a lot of objects that are, like, fighting to the sort of layer on top. I don't know what's going on with this lamp. Is it... I guess it's supposed to look lit, but for some reason there's a bunch of white sort of outlining the shape. I guess that? Oh. That? See, I think I should just be able to swap these when I drag it over. I love how we get the debug text up top, too. What is this? Can I wear it? This is not a combination. What about this? What about this? Oh, he's gonna kill me. There's nothing I can do about it. He's just gonna kill me. So even the character is like overlaying the background a little bit, which is kind of distracting. I focus on these details, so, you know, maybe it's more of a personal issue, but I'm not even sure how you would pull this sort of thing off in Unreal Engine. I don't know Unreal Engine to be friendly to 2D games. And we keep walking. Oh, look, it's a rat. I'm not really sure what the point of having items on the ground like this that the character picks up. Not really sure what the point of it is. If he's just gonna pick it up anyways, like, considering that all of my control is like point and click, I think it would be kind of cool if they were just hidden in the background in places, and then I could find it. Like, as the player, I could find the fork and say the trash can, and then, you know, drag that into my inventory. I think that would be really, really rewarding to have players sort of look into the backdrop. Because I'll be honest, this character, actually, no, let's start that over. I'm not talking about the character specifically, but this is the focus, right? This guy here. He's center screen. He's what the camera follows. He just keeps going in one direction. I also don't have control of him going in this direction. He just kind of does it. So I get kind of bored, right? And then what am I supposed to look at? I guess I could see the background and be like, oh, that's interesting. They got like rack graffiti on the walls and stuff like that. And that only goes for so long. Like the sort of allure or novelty of it really wears off incredibly fast. If there were some interactive elements in the background, like finding the inventory, finding the like weapons and stuff, I think that would be a really interesting spin on this experience. Because I think just having the character move and fight doesn't really present like that much of a challenge. What do you suppose the can combines with? Not that. This, not that. I'd assume it'll pop up if I figure out the recipe. Why do I have 2 cans now? How did I duplicate that can? And then the chef just kills you. Like, I would assume the key is to figuring out what it is you can combine to create a more powerful weapon, but when I'm not getting any of that information, I have no clue how to, like, what the combination is. I feel like I tried every combination with every item that was available to me. But I don't get a lot of time to figure that shit out, because by the time I get the new items, I'm about to approach the next fight, presumably the boss fight, and then he just fucks me over. Like, I don't have the reflex fast enough to make that work. So it's a bit of a give and take thing, but there's nothing about this that really feels risky or feels like it needs a player. Like, it just seems like it would work fine as an idle game. But I think you'd have to fundamentally change some of those systems. But still, I mean, the artwork is really great. Your artist is incredibly talented. I see you guys are very much a art-focused team, which is wonderful. I could tell that, you know, where you prioritized the experience, you know, the polish is there. I see the effort. But the core experience, the gameplay and everything like that, leaves, like, nothing to be desired. And I think adding a few other elements like the ones I suggested might be an interesting way to sort of breathe some life into that experience and give players an opportunity to do something more than just sit and watch, you know? Anyways. By the way, if you're just lurking and you have a project that I have yet to play, one that you submitted for Brackeys 2025.2, feel free to type !submit and share it with the link to your games page, and we will check it out. We will do it together. It's a group effort. That was Rack Attack. Link has been sent. I implore you all to try it out for yourselves. See if you can get through that chef. I'm kind of curious as to how anybody would get through that chef. Okay. I'll save this for later. Alright, hold on. Oh, I see. I have 2 pages open. Well, I don't mind trying this one out. This is Leica's Starcade. You play a risky playstyle by gambling your chances to a better card, pushing your luck for longer rounds to get more gold. All of it was made during the jam, minus maybe 1 UI placeholder button. Okay. 7 people? Let me guess, it was made in Unreal Engine. It looks like an Unreal Engine project. Start and end the rounds whenever you like in this tower defense. Ooh, I like tower defense. Choose a turret. For chance, scrolling to the next. Make your choice by pulling the lever and then place your turret. So does the lever just give me a turret that I have to place? I guess we'll find out. Oh. Guys, you really need to like zip this stuff. They don't do it for you. Excuse me. Takes a hot minute to load. Can I move the window? Yes, I can. Sorry, we'll turn that off. Is there a full screen option? Resolution 720. All right. I actually like this. It's perfectly viable for a tutorial to do something like this. If your game is just like a point and click, like take a screenshot, you could draw on it. That's better than having nothing. I'll say that for sure. Oh boy. Your words are very, very tiny though. I think some like formatting would have been helpful. I believe that this game studio should commit itself to achieving the goal before this game jam is out. Is out of making a cool gambling tower defense and incentivizing. Gotta look up really close. Risking it for the biscuit, as they say. No single game entry in this game jam will be more impressive to Bracky or more important for the long-range exploration of game development. And none will be so difficult, allegedly. We propose to risk everything and get cool turrets and defeat the boss. We propose to develop smart gameplay choices that balance profit and one's survival. Much larger than any now being developed. Also allegedly. We propose additional funds for upgrading your turrets. If gambling isn't paying off, upgrades. Which are particularly... Oh, hold on. I guess there's a dash there. Upgrades, which are particularly important for one purpose, which this game will never overlook. The survival of the you player, who first makes this daring flight, but in very real sense, see addendum. If we make this judgment affirmatively, it will be an entire nation, where all of us must work to put him there. This almost reads like Like you put something through a translator and then you had ChatGPT sort of like refine it. And then, you know, these parts here that you're sort of substitute, like you've redacted a lot of the text and then you're kind of just putting stuff over top of it. I guess that's one way to sort of make it unique, but it's awfully wordy and incredibly small. Like I feel like I don't know actually what it would look like on a 720 resolution. We're not about to find out, but in this tower defense game, the wavelength is up to you, the player. Yes, you. Choose to end the wave whenever you want. However, just like anything, this game runs on that sweet, sweet cheddar cheese, standard video game gold. At the end of each round, you could spend your gold, your cold. I think that's supposed to have a G. Oh no, your cold, hard cash on mankind's okay. It's a little too, it's almost a little too sycophant, to be honest. Whoa, 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 whoa. What the fuck? I don't understand. Start? Oh. Wait, what? I didn't even get to place this. I'm sorry, it's a lot. This is overwhelming. Like, beyond belief. Seven people made this. Oh no, I just wanted to exit the menu. What the fuck? Okay, we could start over. Pull this lever to claim. Hit this button to view next turret. Okay, we start. I guess we'll go here. Wait, what? What the fuck is happening? This is a store? How do I scroll back? Okay, now I can place it. So where are the enemies coming from? I don't know where enemies are coming from. I guess I'll just put it there. Oh, they're gonna walk the sidewalk, eh? Oh, I see. The whatever this is the path. That doesn't read very well, I'll be honest. Is that the ammunition? Huh. Okay, well. Okay. We're gonna just close that. I'm not really sure what to say about it. I feel like they're trying to be obnoxious just for the sake of being obnoxious, and I know that's like a theme that people like to do with, you know, internet games sometimes. It's just not my cup of tea. If I had to critique it as just being a tower defense game, I think the most egregious mistake that they're making here is how the background sort of swallows everything. Like, we saw the first one, which was just, like, impossible to follow. Almost impossible. All the colors were vibrant and really poppy, and they're just piercing into your eyes. And honestly, it was a little overwhelming for someone like myself. Maybe it's an age thing, but you know, I have pretty decent vision. I would say that that was just intense. And I don't think you want that. You kind of want your you kind of want your towers and shit, you know, the pieces that you're going to be placing to pop off of the screen. You don't want the background to do that. You want everything else on top of that, the shit that the player actually has to focus on. Everything about it is pretty nonsensical. I can forgive that just because the game seems to be incredibly, at least to an extent, it seems to be pretty self-aware of it. So much so that they like intentionally made things bad, to a point where I just feel like they're trolling. If you'd like to see more of our stuff, go to the Breakfast Gentleman Card Company. You guys have a game on Steam you're wish listing? Here's what I'm doing with it. I took a screenshot of it, and what's really cool is I can just kind of highlight the text there. I'll copy it, but I will have to take out the exclamation point. Okay, so... Hi. There's no link for it? I can't just click on this? Hi is a game about you, yes you. Well, currently Hi is a game of... Hold on. Hold the phone. Okay. Where is it? This is it. Why does that... Here we go. Okay. Here's what I'm noticing. Let's do this. Hi is a game about you. Yes, you. In this tower defense game, the wavelength is up to you, the player. Yes, you. Well, currently Hi is a game about sliding around a 2D box using WASDA. That's it. Okay. However, the goal of Hi is to be a community-driven game where you all decide the content. There will be no music, no UI, no new mechanics, no DLC, no updates to the store page. Really? So let me guess. $1.29 Canadian? I thought you said you wouldn't be updating. Let's have a look. Going down a rabbit hole.
Hi, game update number 1. We've added ducks. Lightning. Car. Joss the boss. Got a cool idea for a game? Head on over to our Steam page and leave a comment under our discussions tab. Then be sure to say...
What was that?
Exactly. Could have said it better myself. I am absolutely not gonna buy this game. Help create a game with your community. There's 8 user reviews. Are they all review codes? This isn't just an evolutionary game, it's an evolutionary experience. I can see myself looking back on this moment years from now. With tears in my eyes, I left my... Okay. Everything about this is so masturbatory. Meme culture is slowly destroying any left of humanity. Alright. That's like a Starcade. I'm sure they don't give a fuck about what I have to say. So we're just gonna move on. The Golden Biscuit. Future updates may come or not depending on the demand and attention. So it's up to you guys to tell me if I need to continue this game. Because it's not worth my time to continue supporting a project. It really shows how much they really care. Give me a second, I'm just... little itchy. Excuse me. Alright, looking at the clock. You guys probably have me for about 50 more minutes. So sometime around the top of the hour, I'm gonna peace out. So if there's anybody lurking around that wants to have their project played, I will absolutely give you priority. Currently, I'm just going through randomly selected projects from the submissions that were put into Brackeys. So if you're here and you want feedback, feel free. Knock yourself out. Okay, so I want to... I see what the about is saying. I kind of want to look at the pictures right now. What is it that I gather from all these pictures? No idea what that model looks like. I could tell that this is like military or some kind of like lethal militia kind of character. Okay. You play as Red the Fox. That is a fox? Is this supposed to be her in the picture? It's not very fox-like. Won't be easy, with guards and tech everywhere. Use your wits and do your best. It's based off the Brackeys Game Jam, made in less than a week. So it's a short game. I don't know why people need to, like, preface this. We understand it's going to be short. It's a jam project. Like, I don't want to go on a tangent. So many people feel like they need to mention something like, go easy on me. There was a reason it's only, like, this good. Like, no. Just put it out to the world and hope it's received well. I don't feel like people shouldn't have to ask for mercy or anything like that. I mean, this is just an explanation of C4. Alright, I think I can't beat my own game.
I'm Finch Dev. I made a game for this very cool game jam. Now let's play.
Dude. All of these checker boxes are like fucking with my brain. This is too much. You can wall ride too? I feel I'm getting the full effect here. I almost don't think I need to play the game. I kind of get the idea just by looking at it. What the fuck happened to that guy? Okay. Okay, we get the idea. Do I care to play this game? Bench dev, game engine. How many people made this project? Oh, we didn't even go to the submission page. This was a one-person project. How does the game fit the theme? Yes. Okay, well, if that's the level of effort you're going to put into this, then I don't think there's any need for my feedback. I think it's perfectly clear what this project's intended to be. And, I don't know. If a game doesn't take itself seriously, I don't think I can take it seriously. Okay. On to the next. Another card battler. Woo! Fantastic. You gotta go to your submission page. Dang, this takes a hot minute to load. Word of advice for anybody out there who is looking to like post this kind of stuff on like itch. If your game's gonna be embedded on the page, I think most users, and really I'm just speaking for myself, but I do believe that most users would appreciate it if it did not run as soon as the page loaded. I do think that most people would prefer to have that control and just click to play when they want to. Because depending on how optimized it is, it could, I mean, it caused a slight hitch in my browser. So, yeah, it's really just my 2 cents on that. Created by Arno Martin. Music by Holizna. Holizna? That's CCO as in copyright 0. We do have music. Okay. Full screen, please? No? Hold on. We're gonna mute this. Actually, we'll just move on from that one. So that it's not running in the background. In the background. Oh no, the tab, see, this is exactly what I'm talking about. Like, when you have this stuff run automatically, it's kind of frustrating. Alright. So right away, I think it's got a cool vibe. The music's very, interesting. It's really pulling me in and kind of setting that tone. So, like, I already like the vibe. I think, whatever your target was for it, you probably came pretty close or nailed it right on the head. I'm not sure, but this thing definitely has a character to it. Hey, Meatbag, would you like some help? We made a card game. What? You had enough of that? Okay, just listen. Wait, what? Your goals: survive and kill enemies before they tenderize you. Also, buy new cards, rot away, and cry a little, but mostly survive. Most of the meat cards you play will come back to your hand as bone. And playing bone cards will let you draw a new meat card. Alright. So we have Rot, Boneless, Blood Pact. Lose 1 HP when the card is played. Okay. Cards have funky powers like Rot, where the card... Sorry, I thought I heard the door. Where the card decays. Is that supposed to say decays? That's a spelling error there. Making you lose HP each turn. They're mostly bad. Sorry. Enemies will appear one by one. Each time you play your card, the cooldown goes down. So be careful. You also have one different ability each, like Carnivore. It will eat meat. Okay, you better have these explanations when I hover my mouse over. I'm already bored. Tell me about it. I will let you play some cards. Just be careful or you will lose your own flesh. Ciao. Oh, good. You do have the tooltips. I mean, it goes a long way. It shows that they at least, the person who made this at least was very mindful of the user experience. And I think for a lot of creators, especially in like jams where you're like freshly new and just coming in, I think it's a very easy thing for people to overlook. Slows enemy. There's a lot of typos. Almost every like body of text I've seen has had a typo. Whoa. Had to compile the shader, I suppose. I guess we're on meat. Can I stack these? If I just do all of them, what is it? What does it do? Okay. I guess that worked. So the rotten flesh, I have to spend HP to get it. I'm gonna do that. Okay. Use that. I keep wanting to drag it. I don't think I have to. How's this guy not? No. Oh, I probably should have waited till I got under 5. Go for it. Damage, yes. Okay. Take it. Go for it. Oh, fuck off. Here we go. Wait, what? Oh, we could see what it converts to. I would assume this is the final boss. And that's a death. Okay, alright. Think we get it. Let me just sort of refresh. It is a one-person thing. So music, the shader. Okay. I mean, for what it is, it's actually got a pretty cool vibe going for it. I do think you need to have a few more bits of visual feedback in there to sort of communicate what exactly is going on. I kind of wanted to like drag the cards towards the enemy. I know a lot of games do that, but I think it's very engaging when you have that kind of thing. It gives players things to do other than just sit there and click on stuff. The whole thing with like the flesh and like kind of sacrificing a piece of you to either draw a card or make a sacrifice or what have you, like it feels a little clunky. Like you designed it to have these cool looking cards, and you needed some kind of way to spin it. So I think trading the card in for another card, like after it's used, it turns into something else, is an interesting mechanic to play with. But it's very binary, and it doesn't really seem to introduce a lot of interesting elements. Like maybe if I had a way of like crafting the cards together after the fact, like say I use that giant maggot and then I get the wishbone that it turns into, would I be able to combine that with another card? I think that would help encourage players to use more variety in their strategy. Really, it just kind of felt like I was dishing out cards just because I was able to keep making moves with cards. Didn't really give me much opportunity to like strategize, because what it was dealing out to me was really limiting in what it is that I could do. There are some sounds there that are good, but I think on top of some of that visual feedback, you should probably have sounds to also go with it. Just like a few here and there, just some things that I feel like there should have been like an extra step involved, just like a little chime or something like that. I'm not quite sure, but I think it would have just kind of, no pun intended, but fleshed out the experience a little further, because it did feel somewhat hollow. It has the artwork, and it's doing a lot of heavy lifting with the artwork. I'll say that. The art is great. I think the atmosphere is pretty damn good. Don't really understand the purpose of it being clippy, because the other abominations you're encountering are like, I feel like they fit better in just the narrative, and they kind of just fit the motif, or they fit better into the mold. Whereas the clippy thing just feels like it's uninspired and just cheaply based on like some sort of like meme thing. I'm really going on a thing about meme culture that I don't mean to, but frankly I think it's uncreative. Anyways, that's that. What time are we at? 6:30. Okay. We will continue. That was Fleshy Wager. I will share the link for that one. Feel free to check it out, give them a rating. Overall, I would say this is one of the stronger submissions for card games, because I think the presentation is just more polished than others that I've seen. Alright. Do I want to go to Cookie Hell? Heavily inspired by Cherry Bomb. Well, this is a cool looking game. Oh, pardon me. Oh. Short cookie themed bullet hell. I guess that fits the theme. Intense bullet hell action. You can intentionally near miss to gain powerful effects, but at the cost of getting damaged. This is another solo project. Oh, you're gonna make me use arrow keys to move? Bro. If you guys are giving arrow keys that kind of function, you need to give an alternate. Really not crazy about arrow keys with my hands. My full screen. How do I shoot? Oh, there we go. Cool. I did it. I mean, the quality of the sprite work is really impressive, actually. It's fluid. It's got like a ton of extra frames to it. Those explosions, I think, they're so well done. Oh, excuse me. Oh, this button. I can't tell. Does the ship have a... I guess the ship tilts a little bit, doesn't it? Oh, ow. I didn't expect that thing to come right for me. Restart from wave 1? Okay. Actually, let's bring that back. I got time. Let's see if we can get to the end. I feel like that biscuit is the end, or the cookie, or whatever. Oh, what the fuck did I just do? I pressed a different key and then it like did an ultimate move or something? Oh. Don't touch me. No. God damn it. Take it, Mr. Biscuit. No, 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 no. Okay. We're not going to dwell on that for too long. I know I'm kind of like quick firing these things, but they're not like watching. So, and I mean, really, this game is super short. We get the idea. I would say for what is a traditional space shooting arcade experience, I think it absolutely does capture that quite well. It's quite... I mean, the sprite work is really nice. It's fun to see those effects and how fluid they actually are, despite how, like, pixely it is. Not that that's a flaw, I'm not complaining. It actually impressed me how much of that quality was there. I do believe they said that those assets were used by lazy game devs. These guys? Huh. Dedicated to newcomer friendly. So let me guess, they do a tutorial and then they're like, here's a collection of... Oh, look at that. I mean, this looks like the very game that we were just playing. Oh yeah, assets. They even have a prototype project in here. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't look into it too deeply. I mean, it's a solo project. If the assets are pre-made or whatever, like that's perfectly fine. I would say as a total package, like it's a great little bullet hell. It's surprisingly polished for what it is. It functions as intended, and I mean, a lot of these games will just kind of slap shit together, right? So, oh, the ads are in. Oh, that just vanished. I guess the ads just started playing. I'm gonna have to work on that trigger. I kind of thought I had that all set up correctly. Anyways, what else can I say about it? One thing I do appreciate when it comes to a bullet hell is how forgiving it can be with my player model. Like, a lot of people will just take the literal shape of it and say that's your hitbox, but that's not how it should be treated. Like, there was a game I played a few days ago where you played some sort of like tank-like cookie thing, but it was rectangular in shape. So like, and it would just point the long end of it in the direction you were facing, which I guess was easier to follow, but it was hard to snake your way through the gaps in between the bullets. And really, like, it wouldn't have been so bad if the hitbox was just smaller. Like, I understand that it needs to sort of like be the hitbox, but a very amateur move when it comes to development is making the hitbox exactly the same size as the character model. You generally want to go for less because of just how the collision interacts with the environment and everything else. Like, if it's just the same as the actual shape of the sprite, you'd think players would understand that, and they do, but I think it feels unfair to players because of the level of precision you require. And so making it smaller, really all it's doing is giving you like a nice cushion around the model, and not that it makes it easier, it just makes it more forgiving, you know? Anyways, that was Cookie Hell. Very cute little experience. Definitely worth your time if you guys want to play it. There's a link right there. Feel free to rate and comment. Oh, is this going to be a Peggle thing? I'm down for that. Let me try that again. I'm down for that. Break the pins to collect crumbles and feed the monster. Otherwise, you are at risk of being devoured. Each treasure increases pins durability by 1. Each beaten monster gives you an extra ball. Use some Kenny assets. You also sourced out a background. Okay, all your art was sourced, I guess. Is what I'm going to gather from that. Music by Zane Little. Huh. There's nothing on here. Oh, some rights reserved. Attribution 3. So that tells me that Zane is going to have an issue with me playing playing their music on my video. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm not gonna judge it on sound. We're just gonna mute and we're gonna play. I guess the tab is muted. Okay, it is muted. Perfect. I'm gonna go here. New tab for me. I'm just trying to protect myself for any copyright issues, so. Can I interact with anything on the screen? That'd be kind of cool. By the way, if there's anybody still lurking, if you guys want me to play your game, feel free to type !submit with a link to your submission page. Be greatly appreciated. Alright, it is Peggle. What's with the blood effect? It was like a bloody cupcake. What? Why did that work? I guess we'll go here. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna... It is just the tune. Okay. I don't understand. Extra crumbs on hit. Is that like how I earn a score? Create a small shard ball on hit. Extra ball damage. I guess this. Wait, what? Oh. Okay. Oh, I see now. So I'm supposed to break enough blocks to earn this cupcake, which is a cupcake and not an actual biscuit, so... Okay, that one worked. Did we look at how it fits the theme? This was a one-person project again. How does it fit the theme? You're going through the forest full of danger. Okay. Finally eat the legendary delicious biscuit. So I'm going to a biscuit, but what does the cupcake have to do with anything? Is it just... Is that just a narrative thing? Oh my god. I suppose we'll go to the question mark. Oh my god, it's a reward! What does the extra crumbs do? Let's find out. I like how you just walk through the feet. Alright, let's try this. This might work. Did we get it? I think we got it. I still have to use up the ball, though. Really, it should just end once you earn enough for the cupcake. Doesn't seem like there's a bonus that comes after that, so... Oh my god. My ear is so itchy. This way. It's not gonna work. I don't even understand how you could strategize with this thing. Oh, I got one more. That did it. Alright, how much further? Oh. This cupcake. Alright, let's see that cookie. Big old boss fight? Sorry, but the biscuit is in another forest. Okay. There's more? Wait, is this just the same thing over again? I'd kind of like to scroll down and see. Just see where it goes. This is the same pattern as before. Why you be like this? I think that was it. Nice. No, totally just robbed me of that. Okay. Okay. What can I really say about it? So much about it you can see the Peggle influence. Honestly, I'm a little Billy Todd's. We're doing some jam stuff, yes. I'll be honest, I'm a little disappointed it doesn't play more like Peggle. The physics are a little funny. It seems kind of sticky, actually, and doesn't make quite a lot of sense. The ball didn't, like, tumble around as much as I wanted it to. Only if there was, like, blocks that also were, like, tilted to an angle or something would send it in a different direction. But if it ended up landing on, like, a flat brick, it just kind of stood there and just started jumping. I mean, there could be a number of reasons for that. Maybe it's just a lack of experience, but I do feel like, in its current iteration, I think you need to do another pass on that, just to, you know, just to make it a little better. I don't know how else to say it. I think people know what I'm talking about, though. Like, you all saw the same thing. I'm not sure if the music that was selected was the right choice. I'm choosing to play my own over it because I'm not really sure about the copyright for that track. CC3 is kind of risky. You mention it, but you don't really link to it. And I mean, when I played in this, if people play back the VOD, I don't know if it's going to get flagged. So that's kind of just more of a nitpick, but people really should be mindful of that kind of stuff. Just always go for COO. That's all you really need. And you just got to look harder, you know? I'm just kind of babbling. The screen between each of the stages, the one where you get to pick the to go to the left path or the right path, is fine, but it's lacking a lot of feedback. It took me a minute to figure out that I could actually click on it, for one. For two, I, kind of want just a little more flavor thrown into it. I'm not really sure what I'm trying to say exactly. For the sake of not sounding like a broken record player, you just need to add a little flavor to it and sauce it up a bit, you know? I mean, for 7 days solo project, I think it's perfectly fine for what it is. That I've been saying for a lot of stuff I've been rotating through today. I apologize for that. Dilly, I'm glad to have you here, but I'm about to close out, unfortunately. I've been going for almost 3 hours at this point. Yeah. Going for a mid-afternoon Sunday stream. I could be on later this evening, like super late. Not entirely sure on that, but I'm feeling frisky. I might get back online. We'll probably do something other than Brackeys, just because we had a couple good good stream days, and then stuff like today where it's really just been Dilly Todd's and someone else from earlier. It's been awfully slow. Oh, it's not your fault. Glad you're here now. Glad you made the effort to come at all. I guess we could kind of start the closer. Where do we go from here? There's still time left in the Brackeys jam for votes to end. So it's going to end when? 6 days from now. So that should be this coming Saturday, if I'm not mistaken. Which means we'll probably have a couple more opportunities to play some more. Might space that out with something else. D2 Jam is actually ending this weekend, and I'm looking forward to playing submissions for that one. So perhaps you'll see me live on Monday. I'll definitely be coming soon after that, maybe Tuesday. But I will for sure be playing submissions for Down to Jam. And yeah, I guess after all that, we'll get back to our regular scheduled program. October is going to be coming up fast. I can't believe we're already 7 days into this month. I'm probably just going to be playing horror for most of the month. I know that's original. But I do enjoy my scary games, and so hopefully you guys can look forward to that. What else can I say? No, that's pretty much it. I got links and stuff below. Feel free to help yourself with that. Check out some of my projects. Check out my social media. You can find me under Gingy Beardy Guy on all major platforms for both Facebook, Twitter, Blue Sky, YouTube, Kick, Twitch. I'm all over it. So feel free to head on over there and support me there or wherever you see fit. Otherwise, check the schedule to see when I'm live again. I tend to just kind of jump on when I want to, so. Yeah. Bass Pro Shop announcer, do you have anything that you could share to help us close out?
Lake El Salto, Mexico's well-known big bass lake. Today, you'll be searching for the true lunkers in order to win this tournament.
Okay. Well, the tournament's going to have to wait because your boy's going to go grab some dinner. Maybe spend some time with his fiance. Maybe watch some TV. And just relax. And I hope you all do the same. Dilly says take it easy. Yeah, same to you, my friend. And hopefully see you guys here for the next one. Bye-bye!